Okay, just waiting for you guys to come on. Uh-oh, I should probably mute some of this. Hi guys. Hey Teresa. Let me see why I can't see my stuff. There we go. I can see you guys better if I try to figure out. I need to pull this over, I think. Here we go. Yay, I can see your comments now. Hi Ashley. Hi Farah. Faye. Hello. Hi guys. Patricia, I'm looking at you guys' stuff over here because I only get 2 lines on this stuff. Hi Carrie. Patricia. Oh boy. Maybe I need to go into this and then I'll be able to see your comments better. There we go. I can scroll down. Let's see. Hi Cheryl. Okay, I don't think they're coming in like I want them to. Hi Heather Boggs. Tell Zoe I said hi. Wait, what's Farrah saying? I just want to let everyone know if you want chocolate, you can buy it from any store. Speaking of which, you have me on this chocolate kick now, Farrah. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here because I can't keep up with that. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Estrina. I miss you too. I can't eat this whole thing. Do you see how tiny it is? I can't eat it all. Okay, back in the bag. Back in the bag it goes. I can't do sugars. Hi, Scott. Oh, thanks. My hair's growing out. Maybe that's it. It needs cut. It's pretty bad. Oh, my Afghan is my grandmother's. I got it after she passed. I know. It grows fast, Jane. Remember it was like up to here? It grew that much in like a month and a half. Well, I had a week of rest, Estrina. That might be why. I got some sleep. It was just getting bad. I got to rest for about a week, but I did go into the shop. We flipped it. We got rid of the other stand that was taking up too much room, and we put shelves in, and we got more shelves in. Hi Heather. And it was just getting bad. I did a whole weekend of group readings. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to back, and I was waking up, doing a reading, going to sleep, wake up, do a reading, group reading, go to sleep, wake up, do a group reading, go to sleep. Monday I was like, I can't do it. It's like, Lindsay, you gotta reschedule everybody. I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's so bad I can't do it. I'm just so worn out. I'm so tired. So she canceled everybody for the week and rescheduled everybody to later weeks. I really didn't rest, but then I did. When I came in Monday, I was rejuvenated from taking that week off from readings. It wasn't so much taking off. It was more of taking off from readings, and I needed to do that. I needed a break. Everything was blurring together, and it was just getting bad, and for me at least. Like every night there's spirit in my room talking to me in my dreams. I just couldn't get away from it. So I was like, yeah, I have to pull back, because people are paying good money and I don't want them having a crappy reading. So when I get like that, I'll know to when to pull back, and I did. Still have problems contacting my spirit guide. I didn't know if I'm consciously blocked. Carol, I'm seeing a lot of people having issues with connecting to. Here's the thing, and I think this is why they keep bringing it up. The reason I keep getting people coming to me saying they're blocked or they're not being able to communicate with their guides is you actually are communicating with your guides. And I think that's what the point of them that they're trying to make is. Like, I've been doing this week. I just got new cards in. They're pretty cool. Excuse me. So, and I've been like having people like pick cards, and I say to them, like, say for example they pick, I don't know, let's say they pick like 3 cards. Okay, so if I say to you, okay, you pick these 3 cards, now think about your life. Hi Victoria. Think about your life and what do these cards say to you about your life. But don't you answer, listen to the answers your guides are giving you. And they would answer exactly what I was getting. I wouldn't even tell them what I was getting. They would answer exactly what I was getting from their guides. And I'm like, right there, I'm proving to you, you can hear them. You just expect this like big epiphany, and you want to see them in front of you, and you want to talk to them like you talk to me, and I think that's their point. Like I brought up the whole story of the doubting Thomas. Everybody believes in God, okay? Well, a good portion of everybody believes in God. But what I find funny is how people don't believe in what I do. Okay, some people don't. Hey Amy, yeah, Amy, you're gonna want to get scheduled in for that because I'm getting really booked up all the way out to August for the group readings, so you might want to get on that fast. When I do group readings, it gets booked like fast. So yeah, if you're doing a group reading, I would call and get in as soon as you can. But I started bringing up the whole doubting Thomas story in the Bible because a lot of people, believe in God, but they've never seen them. They've never seen God here. So it's the same thing with spirit. It's a doubting Thomas kind of thing. So what your guides are trying to show you, hi Peggy, hi Sandy, is that stop being a doubting Thomas. That's the point of it. Just believe that they are there, and this is how they work. The small voice in your head that sounds like you're having these amazing conversations with yourself, and you're always in your head having conversations with yourself, but you're not. Because if they would use their voice, you would think you're going schizophrenic. Because let's say there's like 80 something of them. Could you imagine the kind of day you would have having all of them talking to you at once? So they use your voice, one voice, to get the message through. Your voice. And all of them being that one true voice, which is your voice. Because who else is going to listen to you except yourself? So I have trouble with visualizing with the guided meditation. I've never met anyone like you. You're the real deal. I love that you use that gift for so much good. Can't wait to come back. Oh, thank you, honey. Here's the thing. If you're a volunteer here and you're an indigo, let's just say you're an example, you're an indigo. Indigos tend to seek truth. They tend to talk truth, and they will call out anybody. And I do this sometimes. If they feel that there's untruth being told by another person, they don't care if they lose their job, they lose friends, they lose family. As long as they know that's the truth, and they're calling somebody out on like a mirage or somebody not telling the truth, they're going to call them out on it. And that's when you know you have somebody that's volunteering here. They're constantly seeking truth. They're doing whatever they can to get the truth to people, and that's basically what I'm doing. So I understand what you're saying, and I'm guessing that's not your name. Can I just call you Jay? Unless you want to give me your real name. If you're having trouble with the guided meditation from the website where I take you right to your guides, maybe not so much visualize and maybe not try to expect anything, but just kind of take it as maybe you're going to bed and you're just listening to something to get yourself to bed. And I'll give you an example why I say this. I had a client that was having trouble going past a certain point with the meditation because she was terrified of what they were showing her. They were trying to get her to go through something and she didn't want to go through it. And I kept trying to wrap my head around this, but like, you're not physically going through it. They're just trying to show you to trust them. Like, you're not physically going to go through it. You're not going to physically feel it. But it wasn't until she did it like 5 different times, this meditation, and it wasn't until she relaxed and was just like, oh, I'm not going to go in this time. She was the first one in and saw her mom and did all this stuff. It was crazy. Like, it wasn't until she relaxed and was just like, I'm not really going to think too much into this. I'm not even going to do it. That's when she went in. They want you to just let go. Just let go. Don't think too much into it. Don't expect like these major things. They just want you to go with the flow and let them take you instead of you going it yourself. Hi, Randy. How are you? Hi, Jill. Oh, you're so pretty. Patty. Hello. Linda. Okay. I'm kind of scrolling. Hi, Noelle. Sorry, I'll get back to your emails in a minute. After I'm doing the live feed. Why does my bed shake so free? Okay, Leah. Leah, here's what I'm going to ask you. 2 reasons a bed shake. 1, it's your vibration or the vibration of your guide when they're around you. Or 2, you have a negative presence. So it would depend on the presence in your room. Are you scared of it or are you feeling peace from it? Like, oh, it's just somebody standing there. If you feel like you're being watched and it's freaky and scary, then it's something else, okay? Hi, Yvonne. Having the feeling I'm being watched, kind of feel scared once or twice a week, especially in the dark. Again, I'm just seeing this now, Carrie, and I just talked about being watched and feeling scared. That's not of a good presence. So what I'm going to suggest to you is calling in Michael. The second you call in Michael, they have to leave. They cannot, they don't belong there. We have protection candles. We have protection incense. I had a lady come in today and get white sage cones and the white sage candle. It's like a little mini candle. And you don't have to go big. Like, you can do the little mini stuff for like $3. It's not a lot. And you just burn it once a night. I'm looking for some guidance on a possible move. If you can provide, Peggy, you're gonna want to inbox me to get what's called an angelic reading, which I have recently changed it. It's not an angelic reading. I don't know why they call it this, because your angels are not giving you guidance. They've never been human. They can't give you guidance on something they've never done. Your spirit guides, however, do. So I've changed the reading to the spirit guide oracle session or oracle reading, and that's what you're going to want to ask for. I hate the word medium. I hate the word psychic. So we changed the medium reading to, and a lot of my sessions are like, it just ends up being therapy. It's like connecting and it's being therapy. So we've changed it to spirit connection therapy, or spirit communication therapy. That's what we changed it to. Oh, excuse me. I am having some digestive issues. Katie, Caitlin, my assistant and my bestie. Everybody's saying hi, Caitlin. Can you tell me why I feel certain things or feel certain things, seeing shadows, and when I look that way, it's gone? Okay, Aja, I'm guessing, is how you say your name. 1 or 2 things is happening. either one, you're relaxing and you're raising your vibration to theirs, so you're being allowed to feel that stuff. If it's happening when you're laying down and about to go to sleep, or you're sitting and watching TV, you're resting, so when you are in a restful, calm state, you're raising your vibration to theirs and you're seeing stuff, or you're hearing stuff just out of the blue. Or you have a gift, and then I would have to evaluate you and see what that gift is and how to better help you with it. I took on 3 students this week. One's 13. She's amazing. I need to work on her confidence, though, which isn't an issue. She's got a long ways, but she's going to be brilliant. I have no issues with that. Feeling lost, frustrated, and hopeless. Been in an endless cycle of being kicked down and can't get ahead. Also don't know how to get my business over the hump to success. What do I need to do? Janelle, I would suggest doing the spirit guide oracle reading with me, because that sounds like a lot to go over. And it's basically just talking to your guides and seeing what options are in your soul contract, because that's basically what the oracle reading is. Your guides are giving you options on the soul contract you're walking on now. So everything that's going on in your life right now is what they want to concentrate on. So it's giving you options. I'm basically going to tell you what's in your soul contract right now that's available to you that you can use for all this stuff, okay? Yes, he does, Rachel. What do you think of a medium who has spirit talk through them? Carol, that's called channeling, and well, okay, Maria's kind of talking to me about that. That's kind of what I did a while back. I don't know if you caught the whole Mary Magdalene thing. They call it a walk-in. I'd have to see it, Carol, to see if it's legit. I was real big on, I not want to see myself do a walk-in, because if I see it, I'm going to shut it down, because if I don't have control over it, it freaks me out. I don't want to do it if I don't have control over it, and that's where my doubting Thomas comes in. But I had somebody send me a couple YouTubes, and they were like, you need to look at these, and I don't think they're legit, and I watched yours, and your face changes, your eye color changes, your voice changes, your posture and everything changes, but I don't think these other ones are legit. Can you tell me by what? And I was weary about watching them, but there's some out there that are kind of like if you're sitting, you have to know that your guides are telling you that's not legit. I don't know, there's just something about it. It won't feel right. I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it. Your guides will guide you on who is doing legit and who is messing with stuff that shouldn't be messed with. I always see someone that walks across the room beside me when I walk into a room. Oh, Linda, you're picking up on your guide. They're always going to be right next to you, always helping you, and especially if you don't pick up that it's a loved one, it's most definitely your guide. Candace, come in and see me. Did you check out your dang book yet, woman? Okay, so me and Jill does unique makeup. She's amazing at her business. She's got a ton of followers. I'm looking at my book now. Okay, so okay, how about Jill? How about this Saturday? I have to be in Altoona for I'm going to see an Anastasia makeup artist at 4, so I can do it. Do you want to do it at like 1 or 2, and then I'll schedule you in, and then we can do video. We are collaborating, guys, on a live feed together, me and Jill, so you guys can look forward to that. What is the topic? The topic is anything. Just anything. I didn't really do a lecture for tonight. It was just like I was getting so many emails and comments on posts. When are you coming back? When are you doing live feed? When are you doing your show? Like it's TV. Cracks me up every time I hear that. Like I was at Walmart and some lady came up and was like, "I love your show." I'm like, Wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh, it cracks me up. You mean the live? That's a show? Really? So it just cracks me up. I just laugh. It's funny. I see flashes of light in my peripheral vision. Found several white feathers. Okay. Missy, the light that you're seeing and then the feathers, they're connected to angels. So there's something that's going on in your life that you need some kind of extra protection, and they're just letting you know, don't worry about anything. We're here to help balance that out. When you constantly... Ooh, Ren just scared the shit out of me.
What are you doing? Well, what do you want? You never come visit me. No, you don't. Are you trying to be like Sid? Are you trying to be like Sid?
So cute. When you constantly have dreams of past loved ones, is that? Yes. No, it's not actually giving signs to you. They're actually... Okay, listen. This is how it works, guys, okay? Your soul's not sitting here going, all right, time to get up. Come on, body, let's wake up now. I'm bored. Let's go. No. Your body needs to sleep. Your soul is like off doing all kinds of stuff. I had actually somebody ask me today, well, how far can you get away from your body? Like, it's not like a car where your soul gets in a car and drives out to Arizona to go visit someone. It's just, it can go back to past lives and review past lives. It can go to heaven and talk to loved ones. So when you do see your loved ones, it is actually them. They're coming to visit. They're letting you know they're okay. They're letting you know that you're okay, and they're always around. This dies. This is just a vessel. Your soul, it's like this, okay? Your soul is like out and about, and then it decides, oh, I'm gonna go to Earth, okay? So it goes onto Earth and it puts on a costume. So now you're walking around like this, and ooh, it's pretty. You do its hair, you put some clothes on it, okay? And then when it's done doing its mission, whoop, it dies, and you're still there, okay? It doesn't go anywhere. It goes, it's a hop and a skip to the next room. That's how far you go when you pass away. This just drops because it belongs here. Let's say, for example, you go to another planet that maybe you want to visit and see what it's like there and learn, you know, certain things there. Then you go to that. Okay, now I'm going to do another costume. Keep up with me. Okay, so you go to another planet and you're like, oh, okay, I want to go to this planet, blah, blah, blah. I'm in heaven, yay. Okay, so you go and you get born into that realm. Whoop. This is the new vessel. Okay, so now you're living your mission out on that planet and you're doing all these really cool things, and oh, okay, time to die. Vessel comes off and you're still there. Do you see how this works? Okay, but here's another thing I need to explain to you guys. So say, for example, you come to Earth, okay? Wait, we have to use the Earth costumes now. Let's get this right. Okay, so here's your Earth costume, and okay, oh, here comes Grandma. Okay, here comes Mom. All right, oh no, let's make that Dad, let's make that Grandma. Okay, so everybody has their roles. Dad's Dad, and he's gonna, oh, let's say Dad's laid back and chill, and he likes an occasional beer. Grandma's high-strung and always worried. And then here's you, you're on this transformation. Ooh, look at the spirits. Okay, so you all have your roles to play. Now, everybody passes away. Ooh, there you still are. Vessel comes off. And then you go to heaven. Wait, let me do it this way. Where's my crystals at? All right, let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. Where the heck are all my crystals? Oh, there they are. All right, here's Grandma. Here's Dad. All right, now you're going through your life review, and Grandma and Dad had a couple events with you, so they're gonna stand there, and go through your life review with you. And they're gonna go, oh, I wish I wasn't that mean to you, I'm sorry. And you're like, yeah, maybe we should try this again. And then you go back to heaven, or you go back to Earth, you put your costumes on. Wait, let me get them. Hold on. All right. Okay, costume, we're back on Earth. Okay, now let's do it this way. Grandma is now you. You become Grandma, and Dad's Dad. Now you switched roles with Grandma. Now Grandma's going to feel what you went through, and you're going to feel what Grandma went through and why you clashed. Now everybody goes to high. Oh, we're going back to heaven. Okay. All right, so let's go through the life review again. Oh, okay, we understand each other now because we flipped roles. Do you see how this goes? It's not that hard. I think a lot of people make it a little too hard here. And, oh, I seriously want to put on a play. Like, I've been thinking about putting on a play just to show you how this all works. Okay, let me read some of your stuff. Okay, why do I dream? I'm dreaming in a dream. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me go down, because I know there's a crap little... I know you guys are probably laughing at how I did that. What is your opinion on what we should do with our bodies once we die? Okay, that's a good question, Lindsay. I'm loving that question. If you guys had questions and I missed it, I'm going to go through the live feed after, and I'll answer you guys, okay? It's not a problem. I just sit in my bed and watch TV, and I can just type back to you. Don't think like I'm ignoring your question, okay? I'm not going to. But Lindsay, that's a good question. When you pop out of your body, okay, so say, for example... I love examples. I have to show you guys. It has to be visual. You're not going to get it. Okay, so say you're in a hospital and you're real old. You're like 95, whatever. And, oh, your vessel's breaking down. And your soul's like trying to get out. And finally you pass away. And your soul comes out of the body. When it comes out here, it goes, oh, yeah, that thing was bad. It's really heavy. It's just a vessel. It's like... wearing a pair of clothes that got really old, you end up giving it to Goodwill, and because you don't really think about it, that you don't think too in depth with it, okay? So your soul kind of just looks at it like it's an old rag. It doesn't want to go back to it. It's too heavy. It's too weighed down. It's whatever you want to do with it, you do with it. It's no longer connected to it. It just used it for being here. That's it. Holy crap, you guys are asking questions. I love it though. A friend passed recently and I was recovering from surgery and I didn't get a chance to see her before she left us. Okay, here's the thing, Claudia. Okay. Alright. Okay, so your soul contract is mapped all over the place. It doesn't go linear. Okay? It's mapped out all over the place. It's like a big old map. It's stuff up here, stuff down here, stuff over here, stuff over there. And say, for example, this event led you to this person, that led you to this person down here, which then led you to this event here. It's all sporadically all over the place. So whatever you choose, whatever decision you choose is literally up to you. However, your friend has the free will to ask if... like, there's an agreement there. Everything's all out, planned, ready to go. But there's, you know, the original journey you took. But then there's, okay, I could have took plan A. I could have took plan C. And when you do your life review, you get to see all the different things you could have done. And then you go, crap, I could have did that? Ah, crap, why didn't I do that? And then you, like, realize all the amazing stuff you could have did. But you let fear, or you let somebody... or you let something hold you back when you could have did all this stuff. So it's not about her forgiving you. It was already planned. It was agreed upon that you wouldn't be there. Because maybe perhaps you would have just kept replaying it and replaying it and replaying it. She didn't want to do that to you, so she had it planned that you wouldn't be there. She wanted you to remember her this way, not this way. Okay, so she's not mad at you at all. She understands why it happened the way it did. Katie, you asked about your boss passing away and he didn't believe in God. Linda, okay. Hi, Bill. I don't know you, Bill, but okay, hi. You guys are cracking me up, seriously. I love it. Okay. Okay, you're flying to Akron. Okay, Katie. basically what happens when somebody doesn't believe in God and they're having this like anger issue, that's from a past life. They're just bringing it into this life. So basically what happens is your soul creates its environment. So say for example you pass away and you have this anger still attached to you. You're either going to stay in this area of anger, and then eventually, because there's no time, okay? Eventually you're going to have this dawning, and there's got to be more than where I'm at right now. And then all of a sudden a picture starts forming. You start seeing trees and, oh, what's that over there? I see a light. Okay? It has to be up to him to learn this. It doesn't mean he's going to hell. It doesn't mean he's going to heaven. It's just he's going to create his afterlife, and he has to learn from it. He has to learn that, okay, I need to do something with this anger. Maybe there is a God. If there's a God, can he show himself? And then all of a sudden, God appears. Do you see? It's an understanding. It's a realization. You're creating your environment. I love your explanations for things. They're amazing. You're welcome, Peggy. I try to do as much display as I can, visual display, so I can get you guys to be on the same page of understanding. I know a lot of what I talk about wraps your brain in a pretzel, and you're like, what? What is she talking about? Okay. Angela. What do your dreams mean when you dream about bad things? Okay, your dreams are not meant to be bad, guys. It's more along the lines of, it's not supposed to be bad. It's more of, okay, so say for example, you have a snake that bites you in your dream. Okay, so say that would be a nightmare for someone. It's not meant to be negative. There's a message there. Okay, whether it's dark or light, or obviously we can't all have these fancy, fluffy puppies and beautiful flower dreams. Some of the dark stuff happens, but that's yourself or your guides giving you a heads up. There's somebody being sneaky around you. Pay attention to who it is. And that's what the snake means, okay? Like I had a dream last night. Man, I should have probably wrote that down. I kept seeing a piece of glass, like a carved glass piece. And apparently, Maria had explained to me that, like, when I came out of anytime I come out of my dreams, I don't look it up or anything. I just ask Maria and she tells me. She had explained to me that I'm seeing things clear. And the reason it's being shaped is because I'm being shaped with this clear vision, and I'm shaping my own reality. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let me see what you guys are saying. I talk to my friend that passed away all the time in my head. That's how they talk. They don't talk with this. Okay. Here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys think that we have like bodies in heaven. There's no gender in heaven, because gender has to do with procreation. We're not making babies in heaven, so there's no reason for gender. However, there can be more of a masculine energy or a more feminine energy. So say, for example, God's creativity would be more of his feminine side, or his protective side would be his more masculine side. Like I'm more of a male entity or energy in heaven, and some of that kind of comes through here. Like I don't wear dresses. I can't stand it. I try to stay away from high heels. I get along better with guys than I do girls. But if I have a girl that acts like a tomboy a little bit, like my assistant Caitlin, she's beautiful, but she has this like country girl tomboyish thing going on, and I get along with her because she's not uppity, girly, ooh, look at me. Okay, so I get along better with her. And that's where you're going to get the whole gay issue going on, where you have a female that acts more masculine. That's because her masculine energy is pushing through, and she's just not getting it here. It's not supposed to be against her, and it's not supposed to be against men that act feminine. It's just that part of them is just pushing through. And they're still very young souls, and they're still learning this. I've been coming across a lot of young souls Okay, so let's use a baby analogy, okay? A lot of people don't understand how these past lives work. So you have your first life, and that's the baby crawling. This is your soul growing. So we're using the baby as the soul as in the analogy. So your first life is the baby crawling. Your second life, let's say the baby starts eating food. Your third life, the baby's walking. Fourth life, the baby's finally, starting first grade or kindergarten. Okay, so the baby is growing, the soul is growing, and the bodies die away. Okay, so each life you come here, or come anywhere, you're learning. Okay, how you want to learn is up to you. If you want to be an animal, like that's where you have the animals that act human and the ones that act stupid, and I got both versions in my house. Like you can tell the difference. Annie, I started picking up on, had a past life as a horse because he prances. He's only 6 months, but he prances everywhere. Like it's very pretty. Like even when he plays, he's like, do-do-do, do-do-do. And he does like the sidestep thing, like that horses used to do in shows. Like they do that sidestep looking thing and he looks back. It's hilarious to watch him. So you can pick up past lives in people. Even animals, you can pick up right away, what they might have been. Maxie, totally human. His human side comes in so much, it cracks me up. Just the mannerisms he does, it's so human, it's not even dog. But I guess that's how he wanted to learn. He wanted to come back as a dog, and there was an agreement that I would take him on. I would be his mom. And same thing with Annie. There's an agreement there. But let me go back and see what you guys are asking. Why would I force an attempt? Why would a force attempt to pull me out of my body, then throw me back in sideways after it realized it couldn't succeed? Leah, can you rephrase that? Because I'm not understanding what you're meaning by that. Let's see. I need to go up a little bit here. Claudia, you're welcome, honey. I think you need finger puppets for the explanations. Sandy, the paper clips, yes, that would be a loved one trying to get your attention, and it's usually the very first loved one that comes into your head. That's who's showing you the paper clips. Let's say, for example, you're washing dishes and you see a bird out your window and you immediately think, Mom. That's not you doing that. That's the loved one doing that to you. It's what's called a spiritual invite. They're implanting that image of themselves or that name of themselves in your mind, saying, hey, I'm right here. This is my symbol. Hey, look, a bird, because I'm free. So that's what that is, okay? I need to go up a little bit because you guys were asking a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay. Victoria, that's funny. I wouldn't call it deja vu. What you're doing is you were tapping into your soul contract and you remember this was going to happen. You chose, you have two choices. Okay, Victoria? One, you didn't have time, or you didn't watch the show. Or you decided to watch it. So there's two decisions. So if you watched it, then all this stuff happens after you watched it. It just depends. Like, okay, let's use for an example. You have a boyfriend, and you guys aren't getting along. It's hostile. It's real bad. It's not going well. And you decide either to stay and work it out, or you go off by yourself. Now, which decision depends on you. Now, here's the thing. If you decide to go off by yourself, then all these other things start playing in. If you would have chose to stay and work it out, then all these other decisions, see how it branches off your soul contract? How you decide is going to be up to you. So what I'm thinking you're doing is tapping, and a lot of people can do this, they tap into their soul contract, and they're seeing stuff that's going to play out, and then it happens. Because you are saying to yourself, Okay, I see the two options. No, I'm going to watch the show. So I'm going to go that way. So you're playing, as soon as you made that decision to go that way, it played out. So you're remembering it play out. So it comes off like it's deja vu. But what you're doing is just tapping into the soul contract. See, Molly, that's exactly it. You think of your sister with the butterflies, but it's actually her telling you, my symbol is the butterflies. I had night tremors for 3 years. I don't know what night tremors are. I might want to like research that. But I was paralyzed and couldn't say anything. Also would see a dark shadow in a hallway. Now, Wilma, there's a couple things that could be going on there. Now, here's the thing. When you are off dreaming, they call it traveling because you're traveling. You're not really dreaming. The dreaming is basically messages. They call the dreaming messages, but really you're off traveling and gathering information, or you're gathering knowledge, or you're learning. Basically you're learning. Your soul is constantly learning. It's not at rest. It's never going to be at rest. Even when you're sleeping, it is not at rest. Half the time you're probably waking up feeling like you didn't even sleep. Okay? That's because your soul's off doing all this stuff. Now, we don't have time where what I thought was funny when I came back from my NDE is that somebody put an equation to something that doesn't exist. Time does not exist. Just because our realm here goes around the sun doesn't mean it's not automatically a time thing. It's just rotating and the sun just plays off that. It doesn't mean time was created because of that. So your soul could be off for thousands of years and it's coming back to the body, and the body's like, where the hell you been? I gotta make 8 hours of this crap? So it sums it up into these clumps of dreams. But the dreams have messages, okay? And that's where you have to understand the messages. Now, when the soul's coming back into the body, sometimes you'll feel like the body just woke up and your soul's trying to come back into the body, and it's just taking a little while, so it comes off like it's like you can't move or something's on you, when really that's not what's happening. Now, however, if you're seeing something in in the hallway, now here's what I'm going to ask you. That could be a guide. It could be somebody that passed that isn't ready to leave. Now the question is, do you feel scared from it, or is it like, oh, it's just here kind of feeling? That's where you want to ask your question. Katie, I think I want more than a reading. This has been the first live with you I've watched. Absolutely amazing. I've had such a hard time since my mom passed. Amy, I understand, like, people's, for example, how I talked about the pendulums, and I had a female client come in, and she was just distraught over her husband leaving. And I can't even imagine, because I would probably be the same way if something happened to Justin. But I also have to understand that he would be so much happier in heaven, and why the heck would I want him still here? It's so heavy here. It's so weighed down. Time just goes it's just so sluggish and so slow here. That's why so many people are so tired, because it's so slow here. What's basically happening is it's the ego. The ego wants the family member to stay here. But if you knew where they were at, you would be beyond happy for them, and then you just would be excited to get back to them. But you have to understand, you're not there because you still have some stuff to get done here. You're meant to touch lives. You're meant to help people. You might not see it that way, but everything you do in your life, you're somehow, some way helping someone. So what does it mean if a person's name that passed away just pops in my head? Because that's what they're doing to you. Aja, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. You don't even have to be thinking about them. It's them implanting. It's called a spiritual invite. And what they're doing is, basically why they do this. Sorry guys, I'm trying to move my chair. It's not working. Okay. Let me fix. My Bible just fell. I don't want it to fall. Basically what happens is, when you have a soul come in, okay, into your environment. All this energy comes with it, and they're pushing this energy in with them. So it's going to start affecting things, like your phone starts freezing, maybe your TV shuts off. And for my instance, with me and Justin, our TV turned on in the middle of the night. And that was just my grandmother. But they do this because they don't want you freaking out. So if something turns on or something gets affected, they don't want you scared. So they put the thought of themselves in your head to say, it's just me. Don't freak out. It's just me. Okay? And you could be randomly doing something and they just pop in your head. That's them saying, hey, I'm in your area. Now, if you happen to hear like a cracking noise or like a knocking noise somewhere in the room, that's where they're coming through the wall. They're affecting the outcome of the expansion of the wall, or they're doing something with the wall when they come through. So wherever you hear that knocking, that's where they're coming into the room, okay? So their energy is affecting that area. Okay, bye, Katie. Where the hell have you been? I've been busy. Yes, I have been busy. Okay, Wilma, you said frightened. Okay, so that's when I'm going to suggest you guys, anytime you feel like something's watched, here's the reason why you're feeling watched. And I explained this to my 13-year-old student that I took on today. When you have specific abilities, or you have maybe a gift, or maybe something specific with your mission is very important, maybe you're supposed to affect somebody that's going to affect thousands, so your mission might be very minuscule, and whoever you're supposed to affect might be having a big mission. When you have angels assigned to you who are not guides, they're not guardian angels, you might have one main angel that might be a guardian angel, but they don't guide you. But I do think that a lot of your main guides get miscommunicated as guided angels or guardian angels. Those are your guides, okay? However, you have the ability to call in an army of sorts to remove that being from your environment. So if you have angels assigned to you, have guides assigned to you, you also have minions that are assigned to you. I call them minions because they're just naggy little bugs, is how I see them. And they'll do whatever they can to distract you from your mission, to keep you from doing what you're supposed to be doing, to instill fear in you so that you don't do what you're supposed to be doing. And that's their assignment. Whereas your angel's assignment is to protect you. So if they're to protect you, they can't intervene unless asked first. That's the universal rule. That's the godly rule. No intervening unless asked. So if you want protection, and that's what your angels are there to do, why not? They're there to help you. Why not use them for that? Why not ask them to come in and help you? It's very simple, and you don't even have to say it out loud. They hear everything here. That's how we communicate in heaven. That's how we communicate with them here. I see my boss a lot at work. Is that good? If you're seeing your boss a lot at work, it might be because your guides are trying to lead you to talking to that person. Maybe they're going through something that maybe you could help them with, or maybe they just need somebody to listen to them. Or vice versa. Maybe you're going through something they can help you with. When other people who are living appear in your dream, are they traveling with you then? Angela, yes. They're like Caitlin, my assistant, has dreams about me all the time. She's constantly saying, you were in my dream again last night, and you did this. But last night she said she was having trouble breathing. Well, I woke up in the middle of the night having trouble breathing, and I was in her dream last night. So our souls are intertwining and reacting to each other's. I mean, I was there in her dream. She was in my dream. It's not even in the dream. It's our souls are interacting. And when we come back, my dream was different than her dream, but we were having the same emotions and feelings, if that makes sense. Okay. Because my body's trying to make sense of where I was. Her body's making sense of where she was. And the dreams are going to be different because the messages are going to be different for each one of us. We're not going to have identical dreaming. let's see, what happens to a person who commits suicide? Okay, Linda, when someone commits suicide, okay, let me put it this way. Well, no, I don't want to go into all that. Listening to Maria. Okay, God doesn't punish a soul and send them to hell because they had a rough time here, or they just didn't have a good go at it. All right, Maria's bringing it up. She keeps bugging me. I'm just going to bring it up. Okay, I talked about the 3 waves or the 3 phases that came to Earth. The atomic bomb was not meant for us. It was supposed to be used for us, not against us, and it was way out of divine timing. So somehow somebody got a hold of it and used it out of divine timing. And it was looked upon like, what are they doing to themselves? Like, we need to get some help to them. So this beacon, if you will, went out to anyone in heaven that wanted to help. So what the decision was with the council was that whoever came couldn't have any karma attached to them. They had to be pure souls, never left God, never left heaven, never had past lives, just stayed in heaven, stayed near God. They never left God. So they're called pure souls. So this beacon went out, and there was several volunteers. There wasn't enough of them, but there were several volunteers. And right around the 1960s, you start seeing this peace, love. That was them. But then they didn't realize how heavy it was here, and they couldn't take it. So you see this heightened suicide rate right around the late 1960s, like late 70s, and it's this heightened suicide going on because these pure souls just wanted to go back. They couldn't take it here anymore. They just wanted to leave. God's not going to put them in hell because they volunteered to come here and they didn't realize how bad it was. So they go through their life review, they figure it out, and then they go to heaven. Most suicides will go to what's called plateau. I guess it's the Catholic's way of saying purgatory. They make it way worse than what it really is. It's very peaceful. I've actually had NDEs tell me that they had ended up there, and how it was just very dark, desolate, and very quiet and calm, and they didn't want to come back here. And then I keep thinking, like, I have it in my head, like, why would you want to just stay in a dark room? But if it feels overwhelming peace, I guess I get it. I wouldn't want to leave that kind of feeling either. And I've seen that area, and it's not as bad as Catholics or Christians make it out to be. It's basically just a healing corium is what I'm going to call it. It's just a place to put these souls, to have them do their life review and understand what got them there, why they're there, who did they hurt, why did they hurt themselves. The bottom line of it all is to get them to not do it again. That's the whole point, to get this understanding of, okay, I can't just end a mission just because I want to. I have to live it out and figure it out. Why did I take on so much? And then you have your second wave that had karma attached to them, but you see a lot of these volunteers that didn't really want to have kids, didn't really want to have marriage, and that's only because they understood that having a child or getting married has karma attached to it. So that would mean that they would have to come back and repeat if it didn't go well. So a lot of them just and a lot of them feel like they have to have this mission and that I have to be doing something. And the guides are just saying, no, there's not really anything you're supposed to be doing. It's just simply vibrating, pushing out a specific energy. So let's say, for example, you have somebody has tons of stuff on their plate, and they're tired, they're stressed out. So they push out this energy like they come off angry, or there's something smoggy about them that you just don't want to be around them. And then you have somebody that's like really hippie and happy and positive, and they're pushing out that energy. Do you see how the energies work? Who do you want to go towards more? The grumpy one that has all this karma that they have to figure out, or somebody that's like hippie and happy and love? So it's the vibration they're pushing out. So these volunteers, hi, how you doing? I'm one of them. They are to push out a vibration. But I had a specific mission attached, so it was like a double whammy with me. Okay, let me see. My TV has come on a couple times. That's awesome. It's loved ones. Okay, I'm going to scroll down because there's a lot of people. Oh, you're welcome, Kim. I'm going to bypass that. I'm going to bring the energy back to positive. Okay. We're going to keep scrolling. Cheryl, that's not how it works. When I inquired about her, I was always told she was off doing something important, and this came through with huge love and comfort. She's just fine. I suspect the suicide may even be a planned event. Okay, here's what I'm gonna ask you, Cheryl, and I already know the answer. You knew your mom for a certain amount of time, I'm guessing, and your mom can't be your guide. I'm gonna explain why. Say you knew her, or she was in your life for, say, 3 years. If your mom was your guide, that would be 3 years you were unguided, which doesn't happen, okay? You can't know the loved one in this lifetime because you have to be guided by them. So if she was in your life, say, for 2 or 3 years, you were unguided for those 2 or 3 years. It doesn't happen that way. What I think is happening is she's trying to tell you she's all right. I don't think she's a guide. I think she's just around you a lot, which happens because heaven is not up. It's about 3 to 5 feet away. So if you have a loved one that just doesn't want to leave you and kind of just wants to hang out with you all the time, they're going to show their energy and they're going to show their presence around you. So it might come off like they're around you all the time, like they're guiding you, but they're not. Loved ones cannot guide. They simply support. They're like your cheerleaders in the background. They're going, yeah, you can do this, woohoo. Okay, so let me use it as an example like this. Okay, so say for example you're driving along in your car. Okay, and here's you and your little vessel, and you're driving your car, and you see you're about to get into an accident, and then you see grandma out of the corner of your eye. Okay, now you start going around telling people, oh, my grandmother got me out of this car accident. That's not what happened, okay? A beacon went off in your soul contract, and your grandma goes, okay, you're about to go through this. I see it in your soul contract. You're going to get into this accident. It's okay. I'm right here. I'm supporting you. You're going to be fine, blah, 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 okay? Then your guide gets the beacon, and they're saying, okay, move your car to the left. But you freeze. You don't want to move your car. Then the angels come and help you physically move the car. So the angels protect, your guides guide, and your loved ones simply support. Okay? So how do you rid yourself of any attachment? My mother spoke to spirits, but she's deceased now. We are extremely close, and I wonder if something has latched onto me, which is why my... No, Leah, I'm not seeing an attachment. I'm seeing more of like a minion that's assigned to you. So when you come here with your soul contract, light has their assignments, so does dark. You can't get out of it, okay? However, you can protect yourself from it. They can have their assignment all they want. But the reason they sit there and watch is because they can't technically intervene. They can't physically take you out of your body and drag you off somewhere. So they try tactics, okay, to mess with you. Hold on, let me... Okay, try to get out of that. Okay. Okay, the reason why some people remember their dreams and some don't, I believe it has to do with the message. I believe that some people are more aware and more accepting of a message, whereas others really aren't. So, or they're not ready to hear what the message is about. They've heard the message, but they're kind of blocking their vessel from absorbing or understanding it, even though it's in the database of a soul. Okay. I also believe that a lot of people, no, they are traveling. They are traveling. Everyone travels. They often go, everyone goes off and does things. Just some are more prone to be more aware and accepting of it, whereas others aren't really, they block themselves. Or they have something going on in their lives that's blocking themselves from remembering. We're not all the same, and nobody is meant to be the same here. Everyone's journey is different. It's like this: you cannot move to 6th grade until you finish 5th grade, okay? And that has to do maybe figuring out, why are you blocking yourself? Why are you not remembering things? And if you're not remembering dreams, it's figuring out how to equip yourself to remember those. And it might take certain crystals. It might take a meditation right before bed. It might be journaling to your guides and asking them to open you up more. There's several ways of opening yourself and unblocking yourself, and it's figuring out how to do that. If you have trouble figuring that out, it's just inboxing me, and then we just start on that journey of unblocking you. I'm going to see. I can't remember what my dad's voice sounds like. That really bothers me. Christine, you can actually ask him to show you his voice. It's just simply being in tune and waiting for that to happen. It might happen in physical realm, or it might happen in dream state. It's really up to him how he wants to show you that, or what he's capable of showing you. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. Remember, guys, this video, all the videos actually, are on my Facebook page. You can watch them at any time. I think there's a, let me go look. There is a, let me go to my page. I think you have to do it from a computer. You can't do it from your phone. Let me kind of show you. Let me take this off there a minute. Oops, I'm stuck. Okay, so let me take this down. Okay, okay, you guys see my page? If you hit more and you hit videos, it takes you to all my videos. You just hit the videos. See, all the videos that I've done are here. Remember the one with John? He's becoming mayor. I want everyone to vote for him. He's going to change Johnstown so much. Here's the one with Ren talking to me. But these are all the live feeds that I've done. They're all on here. I've taken some of them off though. But there's a lot that are here that you can go back and watch. And it's just hitting more and hitting videos. That's it. And they're all here. And they all are on my wall as well. So you're not going to miss anything. Okay. Now you get to look at my big face again. I don't know how to get this to attach again. Okay, there we go. Alright, let me see what you guys are saying here. I used to be very aware, and now I'm not dreaming as much. I used to be very positive, and now I'm very negative. It's been bothering me. Alyssa, you should probably go on a journey of why you're mad. There had to have been some kind of incident, some kind of event that caused you to close up, and it's figuring out what that event is, and then figuring out how to go from there to start healing and reopening yourself up. Was it fear? Did you get afraid suddenly from your gift? Things like that. I don't know you, so it would have to take you to look back on your life to figure that out. Oh crap, I didn't see what she said. When you do your live feeds, do you get bothered by spirit? Yeah, I mean, my regulars, Farah, if you're still on, spirit tends to interact on my live feeds constantly. You'll see them in the windows, you'll hear noises. It's constant. If you go back on the old live feeds, we have all kinds of activity. When your loved ones reincarnate, is that when you can no longer communicate with them? No, Leah, they can, okay, here's what this is like. your soul is like a particle atom, okay? It breaks up into particles, okay? So if you are made in God's image, you can be here, 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 anywhere. You were made in his image, and if he can be everywhere, so can you. So your loved one can be off doing a life, can be in heaven, and can be with you at the same time. If you're not hearing them or you're having trouble hearing them, it's only because they pulled their energy back because you were having a hard time. Maybe they had their energy too close to you and you were having trouble moving on. So they were like, okay, I think it's time for me to pull back a little bit so you can finish your mission and do your thing. But I'll still be over here. I just kind of pulled my energy back, okay? That's basically what happens when they kind of disappear on you. But if you suddenly get sudden memory, an old memory that you didn't think of for a while, that's them doing a life review. They're reviewing something of that life again, and you just happen to be pulled into it. So say, for example, you had a loved one that passed away, okay? And suddenly you're getting these old memories out of the blue that you hadn't thought of. That's because your loved one's going through their life review, and your soul is with them doing the life review. Okay, so you're getting those memories. I had 2 clients come in and they said, you know, why did me and my sister have the same memory at the same time, but she was across town and I was at my house? I said, because your mom was going through her life review and she was reviewing an event that involved the both of you, so both of your souls were there in heaven reviewing this with her. That's how that works. When your loved ones reincarnate, is that when you... Oh, okay, I read that. I want to go down a little bit here. Does everyone have a gift? Sorry. Oh, Alyssa, that's okay, honey. Not everyone has a gift. You do all have the capacity to talk to your guides, to talk to your loved ones. God didn't just drop you here on earth and say, hey, good luck with that. He equipped you with a soul contract, a map of sorts, directions on where to go. He gave you a team, your guides, your angels, your loved ones, to help you along on your journey, to guide you better. Hi, Becky. And, I have a hair. This is how my brain works. I'm trying to remember what you just said. Does everyone have a gift? No. Now, see, when I came back from my NDE, I was to vibrate a certain way, and I also had a mission with messages to back that up. Now, when the Bible was tweaked and certain things were starting to get removed, there was a full message there that wasn't being pushed out. So I volunteered, and others had volunteered, to bring the messages, the missing books, to you guys. And that's what we're trying to get you to do. We're trying to elevate you to that way of thinking. And I know a lot of you guys have lower energy, or you're still learning a lot of the stuff, so a lot of what I say might not snap right away with you, but with others it'll snap real quick with them. And that might be because their age in heaven is at like in the mid-20s, whereas yours is like in the teens or the lower toddler ages. That's just you learning. The lower your age is, the harder it is going to be for you to accept the stuff that's being said. And that's okay. That's just you learning. It's not a big deal. However, I like people to stay more positive on the live feeds and not drag others down with the negativity. Just because you're not understanding it doesn't mean that you have to pull everybody down with you. That's your journey, and that's how you have to learn. Okay, Farah, I guess my guides don't want... Oh, crap, where'd you go? Oh, I guess my guides don't want me to hear what was just said. I got booted off Facebook completely. It took ages to get back. Farah, no, it might be. I don't know. But if you can go back and listen to the live feed again, and then they boot you, yeah, I would just skip it. Maybe you're not ready to hear that yet. I take everything as a sign. Selena asked a question, and somebody said it was a good question, so let me go look. Sorry I'm so late. It's okay, Selena. Have you talked about being an empath at all? I recently read about this and felt I could heavily relate to all 15 characters of an empath. How can I use this gift while maintaining a healthy, positive outlook? Empaths, I think, have it the hardest. Empaths, the reason you're an empath is so you can better understand how people think and do things here, and it's tapping in how to use it better. Now, how to positively have a positive outlook, that would have to entail you protecting yourself better. So that, basically what I'm going to tell you is sea salt is going to be your best friend. Sea salt. Black tourmaline is going to be your best friend. Carnelian is going to be your best friend. This is carnelian. Okay, it's like an orangey hue. That's going to be your best friend. Goldstone is going to be your best friend. Crystals like this are going to balance you out and help protect you better. You can even put some of these crystals in like a basin of, you know, warm water with sea salt, or you can do it in a tub. Maybe light some sage, which is, do I have my sage in here? Yeah, I do. Light your sage in the shower. You can light sage on a table next to you if you're doing a basin while you're watching TV. Sea salt is going to be your best friend. Everything comes in and out of the foot. Everything. So if you're doing a basin with your feet, you're good to go. Okay? Yeah, Becky, you can be more empathic towards animals than people. I think that's how it works with me. So when I see an animal being hurt, I lose my shit. It's bad. I can't contain it. It's horrible. When I see an elderly person being hurt, I'm like gung-ho to like go to bat for them. If a child's being hurt, oh, don't even get me started. But yes, you can be more empathic towards animals, and that might be because that's part of your mission. Maybe that's part of your gift, is to be more helpful towards animals than towards people. Let me see what else. Jonathan only shows his ass when he's being moody. And he was being extremely moody last night when my friend Crystal was over. He was like throwing stuff in the attic. She's like, what is that? And I go, that's Jonathan. That's just Jonathan. Okay, let me see what else you guys are saying. So I never knew my real parents, and one passed away since I was adopted. I always wondered if they are with me or come to me. Linda, yes. Just because you might have not had a life with them here, they still have that bonded connection to you, that birth cord that's connected to you. So they will check in and be around you. And it's just simply this is how you can simply talk to your loved ones. You won't hear them like I will. That's just specifically how I help people. And I usually tell people, and I just told somebody today, a client today in a reading, keep a journal. If you want to talk to your loved one, it's simply asking a question, and the very first answer you get is them. That's them answering. Now, your guides are a different answer. So if you're talking to your guides and you want an answer, it's going to be the first answer from them. It just depends on who you're going to be talking to and what the answer is going to be. You always want to go with the first one. Rose, you're fine. Me 3. Okay, somebody must have asked something because somebody said me 3. Okay, let me go up more because I'm not seeing a question. I was told by a medium, I'm not too sure of how now that I found Christina, but she said my son is an empath and sees spirits, but will stop at 11. I'm not sure that the truth is in that. Victoria, here's the thing, okay? No one can tell you when that gift, I can't even tell you when that gift is going to shut down. If you have a child that's born with something, and she's got it wrong, it's not age 11, it's actually age 9. Where that gift of, and it's not even empath, it's seeing spirit, or they see grandma, or they see grandpa. When it starts dying down right around 9, it just means that they were so close intact to heaven that they were being able to do that. And it might die down right around 9. As they grow up, they're not seeing as much, and that kind of dies down. And it's not so much a gift, it's just they're so close to heaven in that proximity that connection was still intact, okay? Now, however, if you have an empath that's a son, that empathic doesn't just go away. It's not like you take a pill and it's done. If he's empathic, he's always going to be empathic. But here's what I tell people that have children that are empathic. They're very prone to depression. They're very prone to addiction. So it's kind of keeping that support system intact for them so that they don't want to replace that support with something else. So if they didn't get support with what was going on with them, they're going to try to find other ways of replacing it. So it's showing them that support and showing them they don't have to go these other routes to be fulfilled or have to hang on somehow. What about our non-dominant? Crap, where'd that go? Oh crap, I gotta go down. What about our non-dominant hand picking up more energy with anything we touch? I do feel more energy out of my right hand because I use it more. If you start using the other hand more, you're going to feel it in both hands. Hold on. I have to go. It was nice meeting you too, Leah. He's in therapy weekly due to having depression. Okay, Victoria. Victoria, you're local, aren't you? I'm guessing you're local. If you're local, I do what's called spiritual counseling because I'm a minister, and I do help. Here's the thing, guys. I have therapists coming to me. I'm getting called into a counseling session with a client or a patient of theirs that is having issues with like having a gift. So I get called into actual therapy sessions with the therapist. So Victoria, if your child has a gift, a regular therapist is not going to be able to help them and be equipped to help them like that. So you could do the therapy sessions with me where I'm helping them with their gift because they're better understanding. And the funny thing is that my 13-year-old student today, she cried because she finally found somebody that understood what was going on with her. And I know that she wants mom to understand her, but it's a little hard when her mom can't feel and see this stuff going on. So what I do is it's a therapy session and it's a mentoring session not only for the 13-year-old student but the mom as well, because I'm helping the mom better have a relationship with her so that she can get her to talk more. And then that bond creates, and then she won't have to come to me as much. She can go to mom because mom understands her now. My son's gifted. He's seen a figure in the kitchen a few nights and knocking. He's high function autism. He acts like it's natural. He thinks it's bipolar. He thinks he's bipolar. He says he feels lonely always. Becky, that would be an evaluation with me. So if you're local, you would just come into the shop and we would do the evaluation at the shop. And I would be able to take you on as a student if you agree to doing the mentoring program. Cheryl, he thinks he's bipolar. I don't think it's bipolar because if he's seeing spirit, then he's picking up on the emotions of that. And yes, a lot of these kids feel like they are completely alone. I feel that way. I could be in my own shop, which I created, and still feel alone. It's just because we're not from here. We're never going to feel like I could have thousands of people around me, and I have people around me all the time. I still feel alone. It's not going to change because I'm not from here. So we're always going to feel alone. Let me go up and see. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Becky, this all makes so much sense. So what does it mean when you're physically sleeping and you feel yourself step outside of your body and you can look and see yourself sleeping? That's your soul popping out and it's about to go on this adventure. That silver cord that keeps your body and soul intact is not going to be severed unless your soul decides on its own free will that it's done learning here and it wants to leave. That's where you get they passed in their sleep, because there was a decision there that the soul did not want to stay and they wanted to go back. So that cord was severed and cut from the vessel. Somebody just asked something. I'm going to go down and look. I have a question that may not make a lot of sense without going into detail, but can I simply ask my guide a question about whether or not to be there to save someone, or if I'm supposed to learn how to walk away and let them save themselves. So I would, I'm not doing readings tonight. See, a lot of people don't understand how this works. Okay, I can't just, oh, wham, bam, I'm connecting to your guides. It takes a while. I have to sit here and listen for about 5-8 minutes. And I don't want to keep everybody waiting. You know what I mean? I have to be fully connected so that I can get you the right answer. I don't want to just pop out answers to you. Now, the answers I'm giving to you guys tonight is from Maria. I'm listening to her. I'm always connected to her. There's no waiting period. I don't have to wait. With your guides and your loved one, it's totally different. I want to make sure it's not Maria telling me stuff. I want to make sure it's your people telling me. I can't just snap like right into it. Okay, it wears me out doing that, and I can't just willy-nilly give you an answer. So what I'm going to suggest you do is get a hold of my office and try to get scheduled in, or inbox me and we can figure out how to, you know, get you connected to them. Let me see. People are writing. I worry about this with my autistic son, but he doesn't talk about it much anymore. Candace, it might be because he feels like somebody doesn't understand him, or he feels like, see, a lot of these kids are used to, and I picked up on this with my 13-year-old student today, they have this mechanism in them that you should just already know what they're thinking and feeling. And they have to work on that because they're used to the telepathic communication where everybody knew what everybody was feeling, what everybody's thoughts were, and they struggle with that here because they don't want to talk about it. They just feel like, just read my thoughts. You should already know. And it's trying to get them to understand that that's not how it works here. You can't just be telepathic and understand that stuff. I don't feel in touch with my guides at all. How can I facilitate communication or a relationship with them? What can we do to connect and find out who our guides are? Okay, so you both, Rose and Selena, I believe, are both asking the same question. Okay, so there is a meditation on my website. If you click the shop tab, it's the www.thedivinemedium.com, and you click the shop tab and you scroll down to the guided meditations, and there's a meditation called Connecting to Your Spirit Guides, and I walk you right to them, and you get to see them, know their name. This is how it usually works with the group readings when I do them with people, and they come out with these like amazing stories half the time. I'm going to suggest that you don't expect anything. You just let them take you right there. Don't overthink. Don't underthink. Just go with the flow. Okay. Everybody's typing. I just want to make sure I'm getting. So this is how you would get in contact with your guides. Now, here's the thing, guys. Your guides are talking to you all the time. That's what you guys aren't understanding. The small voice in your head that you're having conversations with is not you. It is them. Because if they would use their voice, you'd what? Think you're going schizophrenic. I say this all the time. Just imagine having like 80 people or 80 souls, spirit guides, talking to you at once. It just wouldn't work out. So they have to use your voice. Now, Maria, I can hear Maria's voice now. I mean, we've been doing this for how many years? And the more I hear her, the more her voice comes through. So I can better understand it's her, not me. Like, for example, okay, you guys know I've been talking to Nostradamus for about, I guess it's going on 3 months now. And he kept talking about the Antichrist, and I gave you guys a description of who I was getting that person was, and where he went to college, where he grew up, where he's at now, how old is he, all these things, okay? But here's the thing, I was in the shower, and I know a lot of you probably get your ideas in the shower, because water is a purity, it's a communication tool, it's an open, protected, godly purity water, thirst for knowledge, open communication for your guides to talk to you without anything being infiltrated. So that's why when you're in a shower, you're always getting these ideas and all these things are coming into your mind. Now, when I was washing up, all of a sudden I heard what if the Antichrist isn't a person? And then I was like, what the hell? What are they talking about? And I got immediately that the Antichrist, what if the Antichrist isn't a person? But what if it's an energy? What if it's a negative energy spewing up like it is now? Because you're seeing people dying left and right, suicides, overdoses, all these old people suddenly out of the blue dying, because that Antichrist energy is to remove the old. And when you have this spewing up of negativity, who does it bring in? Christ. And then suddenly you have an energy that's Christ consciousness, this one-minded peace. I don't want to have to kill anybody. I want to eat better. I want to eat herbally. I'm sick of animals getting hurt. I'm sick of people getting hurt. And this one vibration of peace and calm coming in and taking over this negative energy, because the negative energy is getting pushed out. So what if it's not people, it's energy? And that's the messages I've been getting lately, is that it's mainly this energy is spewing up, and it's spewing up because it has to. And it's us keeping our minds positive and keeping our minds in this one frame of positive love and just keep pushing out love, that it's going to take over this negativity and push it out. And that's when we get into this new way of living. Did you do a video on you talking to Nostradamus? Victoria, yes I did. Watching from the hospital. Aw, Monica. Did you do... Oh, I read that. Let me go up, because I know a lot of you have written stuff, so let me see. So racing thoughts at night, are they trying to get me through? Yes. Shauna, when you have racing thoughts, it's just your guides, and it might be just multiple ones talking to you all at once, so you got all these different thoughts going on at once, so they're all talking to you, and it's just simply asking them to just use one voice and stick to one topic, because you can't keep up, okay? Because they feel you're at that stage in your life, like, it's time to keep up. We're all going to talk to you, just keep up, I don't care. Like, we need to get this done, let's get this done, let's do this, come on, hurry up. Alright? But it's just asking them simply to slow down, give you one thought to concentrate on first, then they can move on to something else, and just get them to calm down. Okay? It's simply, they won't do something unless you ask them. That's where your free will comes in. Okay? I seen you had post earlier about a necklace. I think it was a pendulum. Yeah, we do have pendulum necklaces though. I may be wrong. Do these usually help in contact? Yes, and that's the whole point of why I suggest them, Nicole. I usually have a lot of mothers that lose children, and they feel completely lost, and they keep coming in to communicate with them, and instead of having to pay all that money to come see me, I try to make it easier on them. The pendulum, like, I had a mother come in like 3 months later, and she just looked different. She looked transformed. She looked so different. She looked amazing. And she had said that the pendulum, she doesn't use it anymore. And I said, why? And she goes, I don't need it. I can hear him now. It got me through that hard time, because I just picked it up when I wanted to talk to him, and all of a sudden I just wasn't using it. I could hear him before I got the answer. So she was already hearing him. I know I have at least 3 of them. Shauna. Shauna cracks me up. You starting a collection there, Shauna? Wait, Victoria said, since my reading with you last month, I have been getting messages from my guides and my grandson. And that's mainly what I'm meant to do, Victoria. That's my vibration. I'm popping open these communications, these healings. I had somebody come in and mention to me, because I do free healings at my shop, and I did a group reading and I did a healing on her. I think it was her mother-in-law. And she said, because her mother-in-law is wheelchair bound and she uses a cane or a walker or something, and she said since her healing I've done on her, I guess she went in for blood, and because she has cancer, her numbers skyrocketed. She is doing so great. She's not in the wheelchair. She's actually walking around more. She's not having as much pain. And honestly, I can't take credit for that. I'm just using Jesus to do the healing. It's all him. I'm just the vessel that he works through. That's how I see it. I don't even take credit for it. But my vibration is to push out healing and to pop open doors of communication. So if you're suddenly not hearing them and you come see me for a session and all of a sudden you're getting all this stuff happening around you, because that's my vibration. I'm supposed to push that out. Let me see. When the Bible being altered over the years and books left out, what's the most important pieces of info God Jesus wants to know now? Carol, that's a good question. It's one word and it's 4 letters. Love. Love. It's love. That Bible can be switched around, moved around, and altered all at once, but the message was love. That was it. Jesus never went to a building and did church. He went out and did love. He showed love. He taught love. He taught how to let go of anger, let go of negativity, think more positive, think more godly, think more, just everything, think more. I love your healing, and please keep my father. He has a long haul, but things are working. So healing and prayers are important things. You're welcome, Monica. I've been doing that for you. I know it's been a struggle. I can't imagine being in a hospital watching my dad. I mean, and it was a train wreck watching my grandmother go through 18 hours of torture. It was horrible. And if I showed you guys some of the video that I took of her, I mean, my friend Crystal was crying last night just watching just a tiny bit of it. She's like, I don't know how you sat there for 18 hours watching her do this. But it was an understanding that she was going through her life review. I mean, it was like one event, then all of a sudden she's in another event. Like, you could tell by what she was saying, what she was doing, what she was, her mannerisms, as to what the event was and what she was going through. It was interesting to watch, but it was also agony to watch, because her life wasn't the best, and she went through a lot of hell. Okay, Nicole, see you later, honey. To learn who mine are and how I can hear them. Monica, that would be just go to the website, click the shop tab, scroll. I can actually just show you guys here. I'll make it easier on you. I'll show you how to get to it. Let me flip this. Okay, so we're going to go up here and make a new tab. We're going to do the divine. Does it come up? Oh, wait. It needs to be up there. It should just come up. Yep. thedivinemedium.com. Okay. It's going to come up. So, see these tabs up here? That's where you're going to go. You're going to click shop, scroll down to guided meditations. Click the guided meditations. And you see the Meet Your Spirit Guides with the Divine Medium. You just click this and you purchase. That's it. That's the only one I have right now. So I don't have any more. But that's how you get it. You just go to the shop, scroll down, click guided, and then that's it. It's right here. That's it. Okay. Let me put you guys back up. Don't look at my messy room. It's pretty bad. All right. Ooh. Looking at my computer there. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so is there a better way of letting go of fear and anger besides mindfulness? I work on it. Monica, that's good. If his soul allows you to be there, man, I'm getting tired. If his soul allows you to be there during that time, then it was already arranged for you to be there. If you just happen to go get a cup of coffee or tea and come back and he's gone, he decided to wait till you left to leave because he didn't want you to see that. So it's really ultimate, and you have to respect his decision on that. Okay. I've distanced myself from some toxic people, including some immediate family members. I've done the same thing, Kim. Same exact thing. And I caused back harm because of my distance. Oh, am I causing? No, that's the thing, Kim. If there's toxic energy going on and you're elevating your energy to learn more and you need to do this mission, you feel like you're out of time, you need to do all this stuff, it's okay to walk away from something that's holding you back from that. I've had to do it with family. You know, it's an understanding that they're not going to understand who I am. And the more I get into this and the more I learn from God and, you know, my journey, and if they can't be on the same wavelength and understand that, they're just holding me back, okay? And I need to keep going, because no one is going to live your journey except you. No one is learning this journey except you. So if you let somebody hold you back, that's on you. That's your free will of understanding. Why did you let them hold you back? Was there something you didn't want to learn? And until you're ready to learn, you have to let that go so you can go forward. So this is how it was explained to me, guys. There's no mistakes. There's no failures. There's just simply learning. You are an actor in a play, an assimilation, a play, a movie. You're going to the movies. You're the main character in the movie, and you got all the characters, your mom, your dad, your sisters, and you're all playing roles of learning. And when you go back to heaven, you understand why each one picked their roles. How did they do with their roles? Did they do good? Did they get A's? Did they get C's? And do you have to repeat again because you weren't really learning? You just kind of were arguing, and there's a lot of fear going on, so you decide to flip roles or you stay in the same roles. It's really up to you how you want to learn. You're the one learning. You have to imagine this is an amazing thing to want to come to such a horrific area and still be able to help and love and care about people. And I think that's the point, is no matter how horrific the environment is, can you still be that amazing soul from heaven coming here and bringing that amazing part of who you are that makes you special to help others? No matter how bad your day is, find something, could be as little as watching a funny commercial on YouTube, to keep that positive effect within yourself. Don't let past baggage drag you down, make you negative, and spew out negativity. Take those tragedies and turn them into flowers, because those people's egos and crap that they had going on has nothing to do with you. You're totally separate from them. Yeah, they might have done this stuff to you, but you can either take that and drag it with you, or separate yourself and go, you know what? I'm not that stuff anymore. Like, I'm going to be amazing over here and continue helping people. That's not going to affect me anymore. Listen, and I hate to put this out, but like, my mom was not the best. She was abusive. I grew up with abuse. I grew up with rape. I grew up with all of it. And I didn't drag it with me and say, oh, this is me now. This is my life. Oh, okay. I decided to cut those ties and learn how to make myself better out of that whole tragedy. How can I help others? Now I can help others with, like, I get people coming in with abuse. I understand it now. I understand that I had to go through it so that I can help somebody else. Okay. Because losing a child, I've lost my son. I lost my son. He's on my arm. Okay. He's a constant reminder that I may have lost him, and that was sad. But now I can help so many mothers that have gone through the same thing. I can actually sit there and go, I get it, because I went through it. So I understand you. Now let's start your healing process. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Aw, Kim. Hey, honey. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Carol. You're welcome, Kim. You'll probably tell me to get a grip. Rose. You guys are cracking me up. But Kim, you're fine, honey. If you feel like you have to pull away from certain people, it's really how you want to learn. And like, I'm going back to the question of somebody feeling like they have to save somebody's life. You're getting options in your soul contract for a reason. Like, say for example, suddenly you get this this thought of, oh, you know what? I feel like I should go back to school. That didn't just plop down on your plate. Okay? Your guides are showing you in divine time. Okay, so say for example, you're on this journey and you have a couple things that are popping up suddenly out of the blue, go to back to school, maybe get a new car along with that. Your guides are saying, okay, in your soul contract, it's divine timing. We're going to put this in front of you now because you asked for that. So really now, if you have school in your thoughts and you're debating on going back to school, you have an option. Do you go back to school, or it's not the right time, and maybe they'll pop up, maybe it'll pop up somewhere else. Okay? It's really up to you. That's where your free will comes in. Nobody decides that stuff for you. Only you can. Shauna, that's awesome. Oh, Lucille, you're welcome, honey. Lucille's actually my family, and it kind of actually makes me want to cry, and I'm going to shut it down because I feel like I'm going to cry. Because I've had a lot of people walk away from me, but Lucille has followed me from the very beginning and hasn't wavered. She's just kept going with me, and she's family. And the funny thing is, I don't even know if I've ever met you, Lucille. Like, I don't, it's amazing that you're family and you've stuck by me. And I've had so many of them. Like, I've had the plague just walk away from me. Like, my aunt's funeral, it was like I had the plague. They didn't even want me in the funeral home. It was bad. It was real bad. It was a horrible feeling. And these are people that call them Christian. They call themselves Christians. And what I find is most Christians that act like this, you can't sit there and call yourself a godly person if you're treating somebody this horrible, like they've got leprosy or something. Because Jesus would go up and hug somebody that had leprosy, or somebody that had alcoholism. He would just go up and go, how can I help you? How can I better understand you? Okay? Victoria, I have been through hell. What I have survived would kill most. I live every day with the mindset I own my past. It doesn't own me. Victoria, I can't. I'm like, you're awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Just keep pushing out that energy, because you're gonna start seeing that you're gonna start attracting people that have similar backgrounds, and they're gonna go, how did you do it? How did you get past this? Like, how did you get through this? And you just show them. You show them. You can't tell them. You have to show them. We have the same past, but should we pull away from our mothers, or should we keep trying to save them? Julie, that's really the question you have to ask yourself. Like, I would literally write it down. Write it down. Say it out loud. Should I leave my mom behind? Or should I leave her for a little while and come back? Just because you walk away doesn't mean you have to walk away forever. It could be a walking away to realize who you are and have that relaxation period of not having those anxieties. And maybe your mom will say to herself, I wish she wouldn't have left. I feel lost without her. And then when you come back, things are better. So it doesn't have to be forever. It could be just a little while. And that's what happened with me and my mom. I didn't talk to her for 2 years. And I distance myself when I see that she's getting like the old ways of doing things. I kind of pull back a little bit, and then I'll come back around and see if she's okay. That's how I do things with her. Okay? Now, when you guys have a decision to make and you're having a hard time making it, my suggestion is write it down, okay, and then read it out loud. The first feeling you get from it, okay, so say for example you're having trouble like just debating if you should leave your mom behind for a little while. It's, do I leave my mom behind? The first feeling you get is what you need to follow. So if you feel anxiety or you feel depression from that, that's where you're going to start going towards your decision. If you feel good and rejuvenated and want to let go, then that's the direction you're going to go. Always ask the question out loud, and the very first feeling you get from it, that's going to be your decision. It's very simple. That's your intuition. Oh, Lucille, you were my baby. I have the experience with most of them too. Lucille, we're outcasts. Lucille, why haven't you ever come into my shop? I need to like do lunch one day or something. Yeah, Victoria, it's bad when you have family that treat you pretty bad. My mother calls herself Christian, lives in the church while we are so alike. Oh my God, I do exactly the same with my mother. Yep, Lucille, I am seriously black sheep. I'm the black sheep. Oh, they'll never understand me. Would love to watch tonight, but I am sick. I I'm mad at... I'll miss this. Nancy, you're not missing anything. Like I said, you guys can easily go on my wall. It's going to be posted. If I post stuff on top of it, you just scroll down and try to find it. But it's also in my videos. It's always saved in my videos. If you just click that more, drop down, and you can only do it from a computer. I don't think you can do it from your phone. However, you could just go to my wall and look for it. Oh, crap. You guys are draining me tonight. My mom, oh my god, neglectful and selfish. Do you guys notice a trend, though? How we've all had difficult moms, and we're on this like awareness helping journey from, you know, to help other people. Do you notice a pattern here? And I know that the reason this happened is because it's to help us deal better with difficult people. I think that's why that they agreed to that contract of being that actor, of being difficult, but I guarantee when they go back to heaven, they're not really like that. It was just a role that they agreed to play because we needed to learn. I used to have unhealthy relationship with my mother. Long story short, but when I learned how to forgive her, it helped both of us so much. We both grew in a better direction and we're very close now. That's awesome, Carol. That's awesome. Just keep building off that relationship then. I'm a black sheep. I'm the wild soul of the very old-fashioned family. Maybe we should all unite and start a club. What should we name our club, Victoria? That's what I want to know. It's funny. We could do that. Francine, that's good. It made me want to be a better mom. I've never once put Eden down. At least I don't think so. I hope not. But I'm always trying to build her up, and I'm so proud of her right now because she got accepted to a university, and she's going to be doing high school and college together. Yay. The Serial Club. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's that Cheryl, that's that manipulative, controlling psychoanalysis. My mom has it too. Yeah. God forbid we forget Mother's Day or her birthday and she's weeping and poor me and how could you do this to me? But then, yeah, she doesn't do the same. Yeah, it's an ego thing. She has to work on her ego. Having her as a mom made me a much better mother. I learned what not to do and how to better protect my children. And that might have been the roles, ladies. Our moms being difficult and manipulative and controlling was to teach us how not to be and how to help others that deal with that, or maybe to help us deal with people that might come into our life that are similar. Okay? I come into it a lot with my job, you know, with what I do. I come in contact with difficult people, and I used to be very timid with my voice, and now I'm just like, you can't come to the shop, you can't return. If you're gonna be like this, you can't, I can't have you here. Like, it's things like that. If you can calm down and stop being negative and wanting to manipulate and control, you can come back. Okay? So it's things like that. It's speaking your voice. Okay? Very hard finding a nice card. Oh, my mom, age 74, was catfished for money and told me butt out. Cheryl, that's going to be her journey, and the only way she's going to learn from it is if she walks in her own footsteps of learning all of that. And you can't blame yourself for trying to help. You did your part. Your guides showed you the part you were supposed to play. How she reacts to it from that point on is up to her learning. You have to understand, this is her learning process. You can't make somebody do anything. I never force my gift, force a reading, force mentoring on anyone. They have to be accepting. Like if I have somebody coming in for a reading and say, for example, they're having difficulties with their spouse and they're thinking about leaving, but it's so hard to leave that person, all I can do is equip them with the options they have, what their guides are showing me will happen if they walk away or if they stay. They show me both ends of it. It's really up to that soul to decide if they want to stay or go. I can't make that decision because they're the only one learning. All I can do is equip them with the options and what their guides are showing me they should do. But it's really up to them. I feel like going to... Do you guys tell... Can you see how tired I am? I'm going to sleep now. I'll see you guys in the morning. Bring cereal tomorrow. Bring me some cereal. I stay out, yes, painful. I backed off. I will be blamed later for not making her stop. Manipulated. Yeah, I get that too. They blame others for, like, my mom will blame everybody else except herself for things like for example, they built a house at a very, not a young age, I can tell you that. It was an old age, to the point where my dad probably should have been retired. He did retire from captain, but then he took on being a United States Marshal, but he should have retired from that before they, you know, decided to do this. But he held on. He's like in his late 70s, still working United States Marshal. He should have been retired by now. And she blames it on him for buying the house, when I know for a fact it was all her. Because she's very materialistic. She has to have all these material. I could care less. Like we have a foyer downstairs. It has no furniture in it. Like you walk into the house, it's bare. There's nothing in the front room. Maybe like a couch or an ottoman over here. Like there's nothing going on. And I used to be like my mom. You know, I always was worried about what people, like what she was gonna think when she came into my house. So I had to have the best stuff. Now I'm just like, I let go of that stuff. I let go of what she was gonna think, because no matter how high of a degree I got, because I'm a forensic psychologist and I'm not practicing it because I think I basically got all those degrees because I wanted her to be proud of me. And I was like right there ready to go get my PH, and I got stopped. Like, just stop. You're not meant to take that path. You're only doing it because of her. And I had to let go of that negative energy, that I had to do all this stuff to make her love me more, when it really wasn't even my issue. It was hers. Do you see? So until you let go of that stuff, it's so freeing once you let go and just cut those cords. And you just let go and you let the person be themselves over here, and you go over here and do your thing. Learn as much as you can. Be as positive as you can. Do something nice for yourself. Here's what they've been telling me, and I think that they've been doing all this stuff so I can help you guys. How many of you guys haven't bought something for yourself in years, haven't done something for yourself in years? They're showing me that by maybe getting your hair done, maybe... Jonathan, do you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like sounds like he's rolling something across the floor. Like, anyway, where was I saying? Crap, I lost my... Oh, okay. So, Maria just reminded me. So like getting a pedicure, getting your hair done, maybe getting a facial. Now, here's what's happening. When you get a pedicure, you're actually balancing out your root chakra. When you get your hair done, you're balancing out your crown chakra. When you get a facial massage, you're balancing out your third eye. And actually, here's another thing, guys. People think their third eye's here. It's right here. That's where it's at. I just found that out like a couple days ago. Because when I do group readings, this shakes. Like it vibrates. I can feel it. It almost feels like it's popping out of my skin. It vibrates so much when I do group readings, or I do any kind of reading anymore now. This is shaking. You're doing what you were supposed to be doing now. Right, Lucy, I am. I really am. Yeah, I know. Jonathan's like crazy. Do you know why he's doing that? Because he's sensing that I'm tired and he's trying to get me to like get off and like go lay down. He does this stuff all the time. What is the third eye? The third eye is your knowing. It's your communication, your telepathic communication to your guides. This is how they talk to you. This is really, I say here, or I say here, but it's right here. Go to bed. I'm having fun. Who is Jonathan? Jonathan is a soul that's in my attic. We have pictures of him. He does stuff all the time in my house. If he feels Justin isn't spending enough time, like if Justin's watching TV too much, he'll shut the TV off, or he'll freeze the TV so it won't work, or he'll shut the Wi-Fi down. Justin's like, why does he keep doing that? It's so annoying. Why does he keep doing that? And I'll say, because he wants you to spend more time with me. He wants you to turn the TV off and talk to me. Because I'll be like in my head going, man, I haven't talked to him in a while. So then all of a sudden the TV's shutting off, or it's freezing. It's hilarious. He's a character. He really is a character. But yeah, he's always doing stuff. Like if he feels like he doesn't like when I go to work, like he hates being here alone. And he'll like tug at me like, don't go, you don't have to go to work. You're too tired. You should stay in bed. Like I'll hear that in my head. Like I'll hear him talking to me. Like if Justin and me and Justin never argue, but the one time we did have like it wasn't a blow up, it was just like a disagreement. I didn't agree with him, he didn't agree with me. And I came upstairs and I was upset. And I could hear him in the attic going, oh, if you were my girlfriend, you wouldn't be crying, you wouldn't be upset. Like, yeah, but that's not working out for you, is it? He's literally laid in bed with me, and he knows now not to do that because he freaked me out the one day, and Justin's starting to yell, Jonathan, don't you ever do that shit again to her. You can't do that. You can't be physical like that with her, because he'll pretend like he's Justin. It's bad. He's really, really protective over me. Okay. Best ways to open up your third eye. Actually, I can actually post this. I posted this for my intuitive course, which is something you guys might want to look into. I do an intuitive course on Facebook. It's $15 a week, and you can do it at your own pace. So if you paid for week 1, I just add you to the page because it's private. You only get to be in it until you pay that $15. All my students are in there. So if you paid for week 1, you just get added to week 1. And you watch the videos, you read the posts, and you learn how to open and listen to your guides, listen to yourself. Ashley, I know, I have to get you guys to week 10. I did week 9. Week 9 was just balancing and understanding your chakras. And now I got to get you guys to week 10. And there's 18 weeks, so there's only 8 more weeks left, Ashley, for this stuff. Did he come with the house? Yeah, he pretty much came with the house. Yeah, I took a picture of the house and I posted it before we even moved in. And he was in the one window, kind of looking out the side. He wasn't even looking at me. I don't even think he knew I caught him on camera. But he was kind of looking out to the side, like looking down the street kind of thing. And I couldn't believe I got him on camera. No, Cheryl, Jonathan isn't my son. Jonathan's the guy in the attic that passed away in the house. Leo is my son. I'm slow on the meditation, so taking my time. That's good. Actually, that's fine. That's why I had it for so long, because I want you guys to take your time and understand those chakras, understand how they're affecting you with the course, how it opens. If your chakras are in alignment, you're going to better understand your gift of understanding your guides. Okay, so Cheryl, you're fine. It's not a big deal. Guys, a lot of you don't know what a chakra is, so I'm going to explain it. So you know how, like, you have a car, it has an engine, it has wiring, it has a horn, it has all this stuff to make it go and do things. Your chakras make your body connect to your soul, and it makes it connect and do these things. So if you're out of alignment, you could be depressed, you could be sleeping too much, you could be eating too much. You could be suddenly getting migraines. You have this illness all of a sudden come out of the blue. That's because your chakras are out of alignment. I align your chakras. I can do that. And you can actually see proof in the mirror of them being out of alignment, me healing, and then me aligning them. I do them at my shop all the time. But here's what a chakra looks like. It is a sphere, like a little planet. And you have one right here, and it spins. And it has to spin clockwise, so we're going to do this way. It spins clockwise. If it spins the other direction, like this way, it's out of alignment. If it stays still, it's out of alignment. You're out of balance. Then you have your third eye, so it spins. okay? Then you have your throat, and it spins. Then you have your heart, and it spins. Then you have your soul, and it spins, and so on and so forth, okay? These are your chakras. They all have to be spinning at the same speed, at the same direction to be aligned. And that's how you get aligned with your soul, and you'll start feeling better, you'll be sleeping better, you'll eat better, things like this. I think I figured out that I don't think I was auras I've been seeing. I think I see energy. Actually, yeah, you could be seeing a vibrational energy, which actually comes very close to aura reading. It is very close to that. Candace, you feel very disconnected. Candace, you could be feeling disconnected because you have something going on in your life that's making you that way. Maybe there's not a lot of positive going on. Maybe you're not being encouraged enough. Maybe you're not feeling like people aren't, understanding the effort you take to helping them, or all the efforts you make. Maybe you have a lot on your plate and it's just struggling time. It's a time of struggle for you. It's not so much disconnected. I think what happens is we just get so bombarded with our lives here that we feel like we're disconnected, but we really aren't. And I can help you, Candace. We can work on that with you. Okay, wait. Let me go down because I know you guys are saying stuff. Do you do it through distant Reiki, the alignment of chakras? Cheryl, I do it through video. Okay, I can do it through video. Do you have an article or video that explains how this started for you? You're near to... Sue, I don't. I'm writing a book on it. I get asked all the time about what happened, what did I see. I mean, I was gone for 700,000 some years, if you want to put a time on it. I went everywhere. I went to all the different planets. I know that I'm galactically supposed to help the volunteers that came here from other planets, not the pure souls that came from heaven. I'm supposed to help the galactic ones that feel out of place. They're looking at the sky and maybe they're drawn to Orion's belt, or they're drawn to the moon, or they're drawn to the Big Dipper. They feel like they don't belong. They feel anxiety before coming into a social event or social gathering. They get dizzy. Maybe they get anxious, or they get scared a lot. They burrow in their bed. Their feet get cold. There's so many things that I know to ask, that I know that you're not from here. And that's what I'm supposed to help. Like, my 13-year-old is not from here. My 13-year-old that I'm mentoring, she's not from here. And I immediately, the questions I was asking and her answers back, I knew she wasn't from here. Sorry I'm late. Grass cutting day. It's okay, Shirley, it's okay. Do you, okay, I read that. The chakras are definitely not in line. Selena. Selena, yeah, if you're interested, I think I have the chakra thing on my readings. Let me look. I'm going to look and see. No, I don't. What I could do is I can put it on here. On the readings tab, if you scroll down, all the readings are there that you can purchase and have done. I could put the chakra one on there. And then you guys can purchase, and I can do it through video if you're not from around my area. But if you are, then you can come in. How did Jonathan pass? He committed suicide in a house. So, yeah. I think he's a little nervous about what's going to happen if he tries to cross over, because you guys call them earthbounds, but they're in Plateau. That's where he's at. He can still communicate in that area, but he's not. Eventually, it's going to be like, listen, his guides are there. They're saying, okay, you ready? You ready to go? You ready to go to transition? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not ready. That's the free will. God is not going to take your free will from you, even in death. He's not going to do it. If you're learning, you're learning. And he's still going to provide for you. He's still going to give you your guides, your angels, your loved ones. Usually in Plateau, you don't really get to see your loved ones too much. It's more your guides and your angels. And it's you reviewing why you're there. And how do we get you out of there? So his guides are constantly checking in, going, okay, you ready now? And the spirit's like, yeah, I don't know. No, not ready. So it's up to them still. It's really up to them. but I've always felt that I came from heaven. Never felt seeing another planet, even though you just described me totally. Carol, it could be that you just don't connect to a certain planet. You might be one of those travelers where you didn't really stick to one planet. You just kind of traveled all over, and you didn't really think of one place or another as a home, but you felt home was heaven, and that's fine. Home is heaven. Heaven is home. And I know a lot of you, I was gonna go somewhere with that, and Maria just totally sidetracked me. Talicia, I hope I'm saying your name right. Yes. That's happened before to me. But most of the time, if I do have a spirit coming to me, somehow, some way, the family eventually reaches out to me. And I'm like, yeah, your loved one was already with me like 2 days ago. So, and it's just Maria making the connection. She's giving me a heads up that the family's coming to me through maybe Facebook Messenger or a friend on Messenger. And she brings it together. I don't know how she does it, but she just does. Would you say you were connected to Palladian as your a protector? No. I can show you who I am. Farah likes to call me going rogue. She says, I'm going rogue. Wait, hold on. I have Crystal was, I think, here. Wait a minute, hold on. I just pulled off your place. Oh, come back. Okay. Would you say you're connected to police? No, actually, I'm going to show you who I am. Wait, I gotta find me. I gotta find me first. Okay. This is Farrah's way of saying, oh, she's going rogue. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay? That's... Can someone else pick you up a pendulum at your shot? Yeah, Rose, that's fine. Somebody can pick one out for you. That's fine. This is me. This is me. This is me. Okay, so I'm going to show you something real quick. Maria made me do this because she wanted to solidify it to me. Like, she needs me to see. I'm all about proof. I have to have proof about stuff. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Go figure. Medium. But she did a side-by-side, and she's like, do you see now? Like, it doesn't matter the vessel you're wearing, your true self is always going to come through. My true self being here, okay, this time, this era, this is me. I keep seeing the numbers 9/11 and someday. I can feel myself getting drawn into the sky. Really weird. Okay, 9/11 is watch how you're thinking. It's positivity. How you think is what's going to come back to you. So what you push out, it's going to be returned to you. Okay. So this is who I am here now in this era. Whereas I was Anne Boleyn in a past life. Here, I'll show you that real quick. Anne Boleyn, past life. Okay, and my daughter, Queen Elizabeth, right down to the chin. I don't know if you guys can pick up on that. The chin and her nose. Her eyebrows a little bit. We do look very similar to our past lives. There's no doubt about it. Which planet, and please thank Maria. Which planet? Oh, I'm from Kalinia. I'm from Kalinia. They call us Kalinian. I don't know why, but Maria and my guides, they tend to call me Catalina. But it's almost like it's not Catalina, it's something else. Maybe that's just the language. Like, there's language at some of these planets where it's not words. It's like tones. Be right down. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. My friend Crystal's here. I'm just gonna run down and grab her. Okay, so can you guys stay here? Just stay there. I'll be right back. Watch the stuff don't fall.
Oh my goodness, Maxie. Oh my goodness, he's so crazy.
Okay. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry. Don't forget the bowl and cereal. Teresa. Where did you get the picture of you? I was shown it. If your guides want you to know something, they're going to use breadcrumbs to get you there. So it was breadcrumb. Oh my god, I'm out of breath. I'm so fat. I'm so fat. Yes, Ashley agreed. Here in Maui, when it's dark, you see the sky so clear. I've never seen it so clear. Just amazing. We should have hold music. Sue, what do you mean? The moon and stars in my home, the night sky always calms me. Ashley, yeah, that's the same thing I've been talking about, not being here kind of thing. Okay, so somebody just said, I wonder if the ones that abducted me are from a planet that I originated from. Okay, now here's the thing, guys, with abductions, okay? Don't fall. Crystal's like falling off my bed. Here's the thing with abductions, okay? Your body's trying to make sense of what happened. So it makes it out to be like this, oh, this horrific thing just happened to you. It's not what happened, okay? If you take the mind to the subconscious of an abductee, actually what happened, because you're going below the subconscious, you're going below the body, and you're going right to the soul, and you're asking the soul, what did you experience? Was it really that bad? And every one of them are like, no, it's just my family. They were just checking up on me. So if you have like an implant in your hand, or you have an implant in your neck, and somebody takes it out, and it's this weird thing that's in your body, it's them keeping track of their people from their planet, because they're volunteered to come here, and they're saying, okay, we got to make sure that you're provided for. We got to make sure you're okay. So we're going to put these mechanisms in your vessel to make sure you're okay. When the soul comes out and does this quantum hypnosis, the soul's saying, no, I was just with my family. They were just checking up on me. They didn't abduct me. I volunteered and went with them. And then they let me come back. So that it's not but the soul's coming again. It's just like dreams. Your soul's off doing stuff, and then you come back to the body, and the body's like, where the hell you been? It's the same thing. Your body's like, ooh, I don't like what it did to me. I don't like that it put something in me. So it makes it out to be this negative, bad thing that happened. And really, alien species are not meant to be negative. They're not meant to be mean. A good portion of them are very peaceful people, communal, wanting to help. It really wasn't that bad, actually. They were very nice, concerned about my fear. See that, Carol? That's what I mean. Yeah. You have the feeling that you knew them. Yeah, exactly, Carol. But guys, I am getting really hungry, and I think I had you guys on here. Well, it's been like an hour and a half. What do you think about September 23rd and Jesus coming? Guys, no one's gonna know when he's coming. And again, I go back to, is it really a person, or is it an energy? And is the energy already taking place? You kind of have to think about it. there's nobody's to know that time. Nobody's to know anything about that. How many times have we heard, oh, Jesus is coming. Oh, September 22nd. Actually, that date came up before. Back in 2013, it came up September 23rd that Jesus was coming. And this guy on a radio show swore that Jesus was coming. There's other people saying, oh, he's coming September 23rd. And he didn't. So now they have to come up with something else to keep their show going. I don't know, guys. Well, it's Kraken Oat Brand for me tonight. You guys, love ya. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat something. I think me and Crystal are gonna go get something to eat. So I love you guys, and I'm thinking about doing another one tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if you guys are up to it. Justin works night tomorrow, so I'm free. Blinked. Like, that was weird. My screen just went boom. Okay, weird. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna see about doing tomorrow, if you guys are up to it. If you guys are game for doing it tomorrow, just leave me messages here and say, yeah, game tomorrow. So, are you free?
I am free.
Yay! Crystal may hang out with us. Yay! Okay, so what does our government know about these other realms and planet? Actually, Lucille, they know a lot about it. They know a lot about it. They know exactly what's going on. They're just hiding it from you guys because they don't want you guys to know. Okay, so I'm going to read your guys' messages later. I'm going to go back into the live feed and kind of look over your stuff, but I definitely am so hungry. I'm extremely tired. Obviously, you can tell I'm like almost falling asleep on you guys. Cereal time? No, it's steak time. I'm going to eat. No, I can't eat steaks. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll do a post and let you guys know what time I'll be up and running, okay? So I love you guys, and I'll see you later.